आत्मा दिन रैन जागे, नाद सुन सुन लागी डोरी, नाद सुन सुन लागी डोरी, आत्मा दिन रैन भोरी, सिद्ध भजो ओंकार अवधो काया मंजन सार जी, काया मंजन सार अवधो काया मंजन सार जी। पांच पकड़ो तीन छोड़ो आठ लाओ घाट जी, पांच पकड़ो तीन छोड़ो आठ लाओ घाट जी। सुनो रे हंसा पियो रे पानी, सुनो रे हंसा पियो रे पानी, तरवणी का घाट जी, सिद्ध भजो ओंकार अवधो काया मंजन सार जी, काया मंजन सार अवधो काया मंजन सार जी। चैत गोरख रुंड राजा कुल की वाणी देख आशा, चैत गोरख रुंड राजा कुल की वाणी देख आशा। इंगला बिंगला सुख मना से, इंगला बिंगला सुख मना से, देख लो दीदार जी, सिद्ध भजो ओंकार अवधो काया मंजन सार जी, काया मंजन सार अवधो काया मंजन सार जी। सिद्ध भजो ओंकार अवधो काया मंजन सार जी, काया मंजन सार अवधो काया मंजन सार जी, काया मंजन सार अवधो काया मंजन सार जी, काया मंजन सार अवधो काया मंजन सार जी।
This act has a very, very interesting story behind it. Sound down, please. Sound down. The act that you just saw has a very interesting story behind it. So India's history had the Raja, a king named Vikramaditya. Has anybody heard of King Vikramaditya? Yes? The Vikram Samvat, or our almanac, our way of calculating the years, not the Gregorian calendar, has been gauged by Raja Vikramaditya. So this dance sport form was inspired by a moment in history when Vikramaditya's older brother was renouncing the words. You must have heard, though you didn't understand the language maybe, but you must have heard the words Shiva and, the Nath Sampradaya. So Vikramaditya's older brother renounced the worldly ways and took to the Natha Sampradaya, which is one of the oldest lineages of Shiva Tantra consciousness sciences. And the Nathas live in the forest, live in the wilds, and seek Shiva through abandoning all the ways of the world and surrendering to the elements, surrendering to sadhanas, surrendering to yoga. So the yoga asanas that he practiced at that time were what was depicted in this first act. Are we ready with the next one? So
धन्यवाद। राजा विक्रमादित्य जो कि अवंतिका नगरी के राजा थे, जब राजा विक्रमादित्य के बड़े भाई राजा भर्तरी ने वैराग्य धारण कर नाथ संप्रदाय में गए थे, और जब विक्रम संवत की शुरुआत हुई थी उसको शौर्य दिवस के रूप में मनाया जाता है। उसके अवसर पर जितने भी प्राचीनतम अखाड़े होते हैं वहाँ पे कुछ न कुछ शारीरिक दिखाया जाता है। उसमें मल्लखंब खेल भारत का एक अत्यंत ही प्राचीन खेल था। उसका दूसरा स्वरूप रोप मल्लखंब शुरू करेंगे। स्टार्ट। मल्लखंब भारत का एक प्राचीनतम खेल है जो कम समय, कम स्थान, कम खर्च पर शरीर को अधिक से अधिक व्यायाम देने वाला खेल मल्लखंब। वीरभद्रासन, जो आसन जमीन पर किए जाते हैं वही सारे आसन डोरी के माध्यम से
दिल है छोटा सा,
मेडिटेशन पोस्चर पद्मासन,
मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा, चांद तारों को
पर्वतासन,
छूने की आशा, आसमानों में उड़ने की आशा। दिल है छोटा सा, छोटी सी आशा, मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा,
बजरंग पकड़,
चांद तारों को छूने की आशा, आसमानों में उड़ने की आशा। दिल है छोटा सा, छोटी सी आशा।
चंद्रिका मितोला, राष्ट्रीय नेशनल गेम में स्वर्ण पदक विजेता हैं आप। प्रतियोगिता के दौरान चोट लगने के कारण एक इंजरी हुई थी, जिससे अभी हाल ही में रिकवर करते हुए ये अपनी परफॉर्मेंस दे रही हैं। पाद हस्तासन, शोल्डर स्ट्रेंथ, बैक फेस,
महक जाऊं मैं
गुरु पकड़,
तारे से, फूल बगिया में महके
ताड़ासन,
बादलों की
पद्मासन,
ओढ़ो चुनरिया, झूम जाऊं मैं बनके बावरिया, अपनी चोटी में
निंद्रासन,
दिल है छोटा सा, छोटी सी आशा,
वीरभद्रासन,
मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा, चांद तारों को छूने की
वीरभद्रासन,
आशा, आसमानों में
नटराजासन,
आशा। दिल है छोटा सा,
कंठ लिखारासन,
छोटी सी आशा, मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा।
वीरा राठौर, आप राष्ट्रीय मल्लखंब प्रतियोगिता में मध्य प्रदेश टीम के प्रतिनिधित्व करते हुए रजत पदक विजेता हैं। पश्चिमोत्तानासन, पाद हस्तासन, कैच,
स्वर्ग सी धरती
बजरंग पकड़,
खिल रही जैसे,
नटराजासन,
मेरा मन भी तो खिल रहा वैसे,
एक पाद सिरासन,
गाने का
स्टडल,
मछली की तरह मचलूं ये अरमान, जवानी है लाई रंगीन सपना।
डिसमाउंट,
दिल है छोटा सा, छोटी सी आशा,
एक कैंडल के साथ
छूने की आशा, आसमानों
ग्लास,
दिल है छोटा सा, छोटी सी आशा, मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा।
सामूहिक प्रस्तुति के लिए शुरू करेंगे।
आज तो ऐसे
मलखम दुनिया का एक ऐसा खेल है जो कम समय, कम स्थान, कम खर्च पर शरीर को अधिक से अधिक व्यायाम देने वाला खेल मलखम। जिस प्रकार रोप मलखम व पोल मलखम के माध्यम से मानव किस प्रकार अपने शरीर को साध सकता है और अनुशासन का परिचय देता है, एक
दिल है छोटा सा,
डोरी के माध्यम से सामूहिक प्रस्तुति देते हुए
मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा, चांद तारों को छूने की आशा, आसमानों में उड़ने की आशा, दिल है छोटा सा, छोटी सी आशा। महक जाऊं मैं आज तो ऐसे, फूल बगिया में महके हैं जैसे, बादलों की मैं ओढ़ूं चुनरिया, झूम जाऊं मैं बन के बावरिया, अपनी चोटी में बांध लूं दुनिया, दिल है छोटा सा, छोटी सी आशा, मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा, चांद तारों को छूने की आशा, आसमानों में उड़ने की आशा, दिल है छोटा सा, छोटी सी आशा, मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा। स्वर्ग सी धरती खिल रही जैसे, मेरा मन भी तो खिल रहा वैसे, कोयल की तरह गाने का अरमान, मछली की तरह मचलूं ये अरमान, जवानी है लाई रंगीन सपना, दिल है छोटा सा, छोटी सी आशा, मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा, चांद तारों को छूने की आशा, झूम जाऊं मैं बन के बावरिया, अपनी चोटी में बांध लूं दुनिया, दिल है छोटा सा, छोटी सी आशा, मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा, चांद तारों को छूने की आशा, आसमानों में उड़ने की आशा, दिल है छोटा सा, छोटी सी आशा, मस्ती भरे मन की भोली सी आशा। छोटा सा छोटी सी
A big round of applause for the Madhav Malkham Academy from Ujjain, under the tutorage, a guru, I will call him a guru, not a trainer, a coach who himself is an awardee, a Dronacharya Award winner, which is the highest sport reward that the Honorable President of India gives sports people. And most of these children that you saw today are national representatives. They represent the country. Starting from the age of 6, we had them here on stage. After this preparatory of the body, mind, and soul, the inspiration behind yoga, who or what is the inspiration behind yoga? We heard a song yesterday. What or who is the source, they say, of yoga? Shiva. We have our own Parmarth family coming up with a Shiv Ashtakam performance. You have to see the regalia, you have to see the attire and the preparations that they have put into this act. Shivashtakam is an 8 stanza, a poetry in adoration of Shiva. All the stutis, all the prayers, all the mantras were very poetic. Our saints, our seers gave into all the shraddha, the bhakti in their hearts and souls when they wrote the poems, when they wrote their prayers. So the Shiva Ashtakam is an adoration of Shiva that has inspired this performance by the Nrityavanli troupe, which is that is family troupe to Parmarth. And their first act is called Purab Se, from the east. So it says, the song, for those of our friends from not the country here who don't understand the words, Purab Se talks about when the sun rises, when it dawns upon the eastern skies, all of creation then wakes up to the throb that is Shiva. Shiva is not a godhood. Shiva is not a being, not that calendar, gorgeous, chiseled-bodied godhood. Shiva is a state of consciousness that we need to attain. The Shiva Ashtakam Purab Se. Nrityavali on stage.
जन्मों से पूजा की प्यासी मुझ पे करना कृपा जरा सी तेरे सिवा मेरे प्राणों को और कोई ना भावे मन मेरा गाए ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय
Shiva dancing atop all creation. That pot depicts the world, our world, upon which Shiva does his Tandava. And do you know what Shakti does? What is Shakti's Tandava called? Anybody? We all know about Shiva's Tandava. Do we know what Shakti dance is? It's called the Lasya. So Shiva's dance of Tandav is usually associated with disillusion. I don't like to use the word destruction because that which is all, which is all and not, cannot destroy. It only dissolves so that everything else can recur and be re-merged afresh. The next act that we have is again taking forward the Shiva story. It's called Shiva Bhakti, the worship of Shiva. But you know, I really think you can never really worship Shiva. You cannot worship and, please Shiva the way you would with the other gods. With Shiva, you have to become his tribe. You have to become Shiva. And that is what Shiva Bhakti is about. That who is Nirguna, that is all gunas. How can you be that? How can you be all the gunas and yet be nirguna, without form, without properties and aspects, and yet every aspect of creation, every aspect of life is Shiva. So Shiva Bhakti is a depiction of how do you actually worship Shiva by becoming Shiva's breath, Shiva himself, Shiva itself. Shiva Bhakti coming up next.
खुशियाँ ला देता,
मनवांछित खुशियाँ ला देता।
ये चाहे तो कुल का दीप जले, पतझड़ में फूल खिला देता,
पतझड़ में फूल खिला देता।
तुम इससे कभी मुंह मोड़ो ना, तुम इससे कभी मुंह मोड़ो ना, विश्वास का दामन छोड़ो ना।
हर कंकड़ में शिव शंकर है, कण कण में ही प्रलयंकर है।
कैलाश गंगा गिरिजा गणेशं स्कंदादिनादा गणयुक्त शंभो महेश मुक्ति प्रज्ञान मूर्ति करोमि पूजा भगवन् विरामम्।
यह देर तो है अंधेर नहीं, अरे इसकी नजर तो सब पर है,
इसकी नजर तो सब पर है।
ये आज करे या कल कर दे, ये इसकी मौज पे निर्भर है।
इसकी मौज पे निर्भर है।
शिव यहाँ नहीं कि वहाँ नहीं, शिव यहाँ नहीं कि वहाँ नहीं, अरे बोलो रे शिव कहाँ नहीं।
हर कंकड़ में शिव शंकर है, कण कण में ही प्रलयंकर है।
तुम देखो दसों दिशाओं में, हर बस्ती में, हर गांव में,
हर कंकड़ में शिव शंकर है, कण कण में ही प्रलयंकर है। हर कंकड़ में शिव शंकर है, कण कण में ही
हर कंकड़ में शिव शंकर है. Every pebble, every stone, all of creation is Shiva. Yet, Shiva himself says that without this person, without this one element in his life, Shiva says, I am Shava, I am a corpse, lifeless. That is Kriya Shakti. Shiva without Shakti is not complete. Creation isn't happening yet. It isn't manifest. So if you think of sixth standard physics, when we were talking about the state of Shiva, your sixth standard physics told you that all matter holds form, exists because it is in vibration. It is in spanda, right? Molecules are vibrating and thus matter exists. And that is exactly what the state of Shiva is, that vibration is Shakti, the creator, the propulsion of life force. And any celebration of Shiva cannot be complete without an invocation of his Shakti. Through eons, all the Shiva Purans, all the stories of Shiva talk about through the ages, through lifetimes, how Shakti meets, seeks, meets, marries her Shiva, and then parts. There's always this parting story, whether as Sati or Mahalsa, Uma. There are always stories in the Puranas. The Puranas were ways of depicting and decoding the Vedas and the Upanishads, which were very scientific, into a layman's language. So you had stories. The Puranas came up as stories. So every Shiva story has Shakti separating from him. And yet eons and lifetimes and realms through, she journeys back to Shiva. She journeys back to Shivatva, the union, the yoga of Shakti and Shiva. Isn't that a story of every life? All of us, separated from that source, separated from that where we come from, the void, the black hole, the birthing of life, and journeying back through lifetimes and realms back to Shiva. So the next piece that they've put together is an exuberant dance of Mahesha Mardini, Mahisasura Mardini, where there's a story in the Devi Puranas, where Devi descends upon the earth and a terrible battle waged to put an end to an asur, a demon king who had gone beyond the means of ego, beyond the boundaries of his containment. And every time, whenever Prakriti or Shakti is wronged, the balance has to be reclaimed. You see it in nature. Manifest Prakriti, manifest Shakti, this planet, nature that we have to look out for. And every time that is wronged, she comes back with a vengeance to reclaim that balance. And Mahesha Mardini is a depiction of a demon who overstepped the limits of ego and had to be annihilated, had to be taken back to source by Shakti. Mahesh Mardini, Maheshasur Mardini. Wow. नंदिनी जी, हमारे नेक्स्ट एक्ट के लिए no one better than Nandini ji to talk about the base of where these children come from. But
we run many different service initiatives. And one of these service initiatives that is headed and inspired by Pujya Swamiji and Sadhviji is the Divine Shakti Foundation. And through the Divine Shakti Foundation, we work with women, girls, abandoned orphans, animals, and we try to see whatever we can do for their welfare, whether it's education, whether it's healthcare, whether it's free meals. And there's many different centers that we have as educational centers and vocational centers. So adults who can come back and learn skills, or even young girls in the communities who don't have access to resources, for them to come back and get access to skills that can get them livelihoods. So 2 of these centers from Rishikesh have put together a performance. Same, Aigiri Nandini Mahesha Sur story. Yes? No? Okay. They've put together a performance which Anupama ji will tell you about. But I wanted to tell you that this was put together in a very few short days. And they have, for the first time, performing in the Yoga Festival. And it's not just one of the centers, but the teamwork of 2 centers coming together. So we're very, very proud of them. And to tell you more about the act, I will ask Anupama ji to come and share that with you.
so the Divine Shakti girls, our little Shaktis, have been choreographed by Suman Gandhi ji. A hand for her, an applause for her. And the first act that they're putting together is, you've seen some folk, now you'll see little totters doing a Garhwali folk dance, which is called Thalki Bazaar. So they're recreating a village fair. The scenes and the revelry and all the bonhomie and gregariousness. All our villages have very typical, even seasonal and ritualistic fairs. It's a way of getting away from the mundane, getting away from the toil and enjoying themselves. And they're all full. Everything in this country is full of dance and music. So the Thalki Bazaar coming up to light the stage now.
चुन्नी कुर्ती यो तेरी काली वे देखी सिटी ताली बजूची पूरी थल की बाजारा बजूची पूरी थल की बाजारा दुकाने बाली यो बिंदुली का पाली देखी वे सिटी ताली बजूची पूरी थल की बाजारा बजूची सिटी थल की बाजारा पायल तू छमा छम छमा छम छमा छम कमय हुडू की यो ढोल दमादम 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 आजा 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 ओ मेरी लाली मनोला दिवाली ऊंची यो पूरी थल की बाजार ऊंची यो पूरी थल की बाजार ओ लाल चुन्नी कुर्ती यो तेरी काली वे देखी सिटी ताली बजूची पूरी थल की बाजार बजूची सिटी तल की बाजारा
घमाघम बाजुरी मुरोली उड़के घमाघम आहा बाजुरी मुरोली उड़के घमाघम
So before we get the second act, there is an invitation from the Divine Shakti Foundation girls that on the 15th of this month, 15th March, at 9 a.m., we have a medical camp and a visit to one of the centers. So if any of our participants would like to sign up and visit them, see what they're up to, see what the foundation is doing, please contact the help desk and sign up. So 15th, we can all go together and visit these girls and spend some time with them. So contact us at the help desk and we'll help you through the signing. Tomorrow morning onwards, maybe. Next up, the girls are bringing us a confluence, an amalgamation, an alchemy of some of the folk dances of various parts of the country, culminating into something quite nationalistic and for the love of the land. So let's see what they have for us. They're giving us the colors of India in one choreography. Put your hands together for our lovely, lovely Shaktis. That's Punjab. We had Rajasthan and now you have Punjab. Back to Rajasthan again, another dance form. These are the Kalbelias. And that's how India comes together as one.
आजा आजा जिंद शामी आने के तले आजा जरी वाले नीले आसमाने के तले जय हो आजा आजा जिंदे शामी आने के तले है आजा जरी वाले नीले आसमाने के तले है आजा आजा जिंदे शामी आने के तले आजा
हरी वाली नीले आसमां के तले जय हो शब्द गाओ जय हो गाओ में दे जय हो हाले दे जय हो मैं को भी जय हो
Jai Ho. This really brought to life what our Puja Maharaj Ji keeps saying. Wear the jeans, but don't forget your jeans. These little ones did such a modern, urban, yo kind of dance, but they're steeped in the roots and culture. Nandini.
So, another beautiful announcement about Divine Shakti Foundation. So these girls, not only do we have dance offered at these centers, but we have karate, we have computer, we have beautician classes, we have yoga classes, and there are many diverse offerings, that sewing, stitching, and a lot of these things you can see at the exhibition that is there in the parking lot. There is an exhibition in which the women from these centers and the girls from these centers, what they are making and what they are producing. Because one of the things is we realize that if we empower the divine feminine, then the divine feminine empowers her entire society and her community. And so be sure to go out to the exhibition to give your support to the work that is going on. Also, if you are not able to come with us on the 15th and you would like to support Divine Shakti Foundation, please do go on our website, www.divineshaktifoundation.com, and find out there's a way that you can give back, whether it's by a donation or by your time. Your time, your talent, your technology, your tenacity. Pujya Swamiji says 4 T's program. If you have any of those and you want to give back, please do give back. Visit our website, learn about the work we're doing, and do visit the exhibition and join us on the 15th. A big round of applause again for the beautiful girls. First time in the Yoga Festival, and they've put it together in just about a week's time. Then also Sumanji and Upasna ji, a big round of applause to them. They are the ones who have put these dances together. And next performance is our Parmarth Rishikumars. You saw them doing the yogic dance there on stage in the Aarti. Now you'll see a very beautiful rendition of the meaning of Gita. And they've performed, they've put this together. Usually they have little dances. In the festivals, they do different dances. This year, for Pujya Swamiji and Sadhviji, they've put together a special piece that is entirely about Bhagavad Gita. The voice is being given by Pujya Mataji, Pujya Sadhi Abha Saraswati ji, and Upasna ji has helped put together the choreography, and Suman ji has helped. So, without further delay, the Parmarth Gurukul Rishikumars.
A dance ballet on the Gita Dhyanam. The Bhagavad Gita, which was imparted to Partha or Arjuna by Narayana or Shri Krishna himself, which was composed and incorporated in the middle of Mahabharata by the sage Vedavyasa. Its 18 chapters shower the divine nectar of Advaita, the vision of oneness. Upon you, O Blessed Mother, I constantly meditate because you are the destroyer of samsara, the cycle of change, death, and rebirth. Let us start chanting, studying, knowing, and living the Gita. Parthaya pratibodhitam bhagavata narayanena swayam. I salute you, O Vyasa of supreme intellect. Your eyes are like fully bloomed lotus, and by you, the lamp of knowledge filled with the oil of Mahabharata has been ignited. May we possess the vision of Sri Veda Vyasa. Namostute Vyasa Vishal Buddhe.
नमोस्तुते व्यास विशाल बुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायत पत्रनेत्र तेन त्वया भारत तैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः नमोस्तुते व्यास विशाल बुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायत पत्रनेत्र तेन त्वया भारत तैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः
I salute Krishna, who is like the Parijata tree or the tree of fulfillment. He fulfills all the desires of those who surrender to him. He holds the cane in one hand and brings the cattle home. He holds the Jnana Mudra or the symbol of self-knowledge and milks the Gita nectar. May our hearts be filled with devotion for Krishna. Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetraika Panaye.
प्रपन्न पारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृततुल्ये नमः प्रपन्न पारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृततुल्ये नमः
All the Upanishads are like cows. The son of the cowherd, Krishna, is the milkman. Partha or Arjuna is the calf. Men of purified intellect drink the milk. The supreme nectar of the Gita is the milk. May we daily drink the essence of Upanishads, the Gita. Sarvopanishado gavo dogdha gopala nandanaha.
सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं
I salute the divine son of Vasudeva, the destroyer of the demons Kamsa and Chanura. The supreme bliss of Devaki, I salute the Lord Krishna, the teacher of the universe. May Krishna lead us, guide us, and protect us. Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum.
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं
The ferocious river of the battle of Mahabharata as Bhishma and Drona as its banks, Jayadratha as its water, the king of Gandhara, Shakuni, as the blue boulder, Shalya as the shark, Kripacharya as the current, Karna as an entwining people, Ashwathama and Vikarna as the terrible crocodiles, and Duryodhana as the whirlpool. Such a dangerous river was crossed successfully by Pandavas because Krishna was their boatman. May the Lord be our boatman and save us across the ocean of samsara. Bhishma Drona Tata Jayadratha Jala Gandhara Nilodpala.
भीष्म द्रोण तटा जयद्रथ जला गांधार नीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वाहने कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामा विकर्ण घोर मकरा दुर्योधना बंदिनी सोत्तीर्ण खलु पाण्डवै रणनदी कैवर्तक केशवः कैवर्तक केशवः कैवर्तक केशवः.
The untarnished lotus of Mahabharata was born in the lake of the words of Vedavyasa, the son of Parashara. The significance of the Gita is sweet and pleasant fragrance. The many narratives are its soft petals, fully bloomed by the stories of Hari and joyously drunk day by day by the six-legged honeybees who are the seekers. May the lotus help us overcome the limitations of Kali Yuga and lead us to the supreme good. May the Mahabharata lead us to firmly abide in dharma or righteousness. Para Sharya Vachas Sarojamamalam Geetartha Gandhotkatam. I salute the supremely blissful Madhava. His grace makes the mute eloquent and allows the crippled to cross the mountains. May we surrender to the grace of Madhava. Mukang karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim. The Supreme Lord, whom the Creator Brahmaji, Lord Varuna, Lord Indra, Lord Rudra, and the Lord of Marutas praise with their divine hymns, whom the Samaveda chanters invoke through Pada, Krama, Jata, and Ganapathas, and the Upanishads, whom the yogis realized with their minds completely absorbed in perfect meditation, and whose limits are unknown even to the residents of the heavens and the demons of the Naraka. Let us salute him. May we experience oneness with the Lord in our own hearts. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi.
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुता स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततर्कतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः
Thank you, Rishikumars, for that beautiful, beautiful depiction. The fair one had told the blue one that he was supposed to go down to earth and blow the Panchajanya, the conch, the terrible conch that brought forth the Mahabharata, the most bloody battle of all times, of all eons. And yet the blue one had smiled and said, all I ever wanted to do was dance and play and love. We are created for love. And Shiva and Krishna are just images of each other. Again, I love telling stories from the Purans, but पहले ले लेंगे तो सेटअप कर लीजिए आप लोग फटाफट. Okay. So in the Purans, there is a little story that tells somebody asked Narayan or Vishnu when he was laying there, you know, on his serpent and relaxing and running the ways of the world. Lakshmi asks him that you're always in meditation, you're always in dhyana. Who do you meditate upon? And Vishnu or Narayan or Krishna says, I meditate upon Shiva. Up there in Kailasha, one day Shakti turns to Shiva and says, you are always dhyana magna, you are always deep in meditation, you're lost. Who is it that you meditate upon? And Shiva opens his eyes and says, Narayana. They are each other's puraks, they complete each other. Even when you do the ucharana or you do the pronunciation of Krishna, you want to try this with me quickly while they're setting up? Okay, there's an emergency here. We need the girls up in front. And the photograph we're doing now? Yes. Okay,
So because the girls have come in from the other side of Rishikesh and it's quite late for them, they have to go. So they have requested, if it's possible, before they go, one picture with Pujya Swamiji and Sadhviji. So सारी बच्चियां जल्दी जल्दी आ जाइए. For them, Pujya Swamiji and Sadhviji are their inspiration. So before they go, they wanted to seek their blessings. So we just have a little bit of a break, and then we will join with Malcolm. In the meantime, बाकी का setup हो गया? हाँ, setup तैयार है. बहुत बढ़िया.
एक के बीच में एक लड़की के बीच में ऐसा करो होने दीजिए नहीं ऐसा करो एक लड़की बीच में करो फिर एक लड़की
Okay, he's saying in between us a girl will alternate. Then now you come. No, just one. Just
नहीं आप जहाँ है वो रहिएगा ये लोग आज करेंगे. And if you can come on this side. ईरा जी आप बीच में आप कुछ कहेंगे.
Let's give another very big round of applause to these beautiful, beautiful young girls from our Divine Shakti Foundation. It's such an honor and a blessing to be able to be an instrument of offering them whatever we can of education, of training, of I don't like to say empowerment because they're already empowered. They just need us to give them the skills to fully express their power and to help create space in the world for that beautiful power to manifest in all of their gifts. So as Nandini ji already said, if you're interested in volunteering with us, being part of us, come into the exhibition, go to the website. It'll be so beautiful to have all of you come together for this program for the women and the girls of the Himalayas. And don't worry if you can't dance. They are learning computers, they're learning English, whatever, karate, whatever skill you have, it will be of great, great benefit to them.
Thank you, सारी कन्याएं. और एक और बार उनके लिए जोरदार तालियां. And our Rishikumars, आप भी जल्दी जल्दी आ जाइए. It is past their bedtime. So they need to go because they're very young. And so we will get the Rishikumars. Our sari DSF wali jo bachchiyan hai. Acha. Yeah. Nobody wants to go. आ जाओ श्री कृष्ण और आप इधर आ जाइए दोनों इस तरफ आ जाइए सारे छोटे छोटे बच्चे आधे उधर आधे उधर कुछ छोटे इधर तीन छोटे उधर अरे भाई हाँ ठीक है सारे छोटे छोटे आगे आ जाए आप थोड़ा थोड़ा आप आप उठ जाओ आप इधर आओ आप इधर आ जाओ ठीक है इधर आ जाओ एक इधर आ जाए एक इधर आ जाए
दो जन इधर आ जाइए
दो इधर से आ जाए दो बच्चे इधर आ जाए नहीं ऐसे ऐसे
आप थोड़ा आगे
घुटने पे आ जाइए यहाँ पे ऐसे आ जाओ
देखो
मलखम वाले सारे बच्चे आ जाए Kalyani and Shivani, please come on stage. Our young birdies who have returned back home, please come on stage. And I also, Smita ji, there is a list. Smita ji, आप भी आ जाइए. हम वो सेवकों को सम्मान कर दे अभी. और रुद्राक्ष के माले रोहन. Oh, there we are. Rohan, you can come also. जितने भी सेवक है, please, if you all can just line up, we'll say your names one at a time. And you can come on stage and receive a blessing from Pujya Swamiji and Sadhu ji. आप आ जाओ. हाँ, लेकिन मुझे लगा कि हाँ. बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत सुंदर. योगेश आधा आधा कर दीजिए नीचे आगे पीछे कर दीजिए Keep your applause, please. Yes, these kids have worked very hard to put together these performances. The least we can do is give them a big round of applause. And we'll request actually the sevaks one at a time. We'll start with Smita ji. Smita ji, aap? Huh? Abuelo ko? Oh. And if we could ask Abuelo, please, as an elder, please come and bless our sevaks. Some other day. Okay, we can do that. Okay, so Vandana Sharma ji, she's here? Vandana ji, a big round of applause for Vandana ji. She is a senior educator and has served in facilitation, education. She was a principal of Ryan International, one of the most prestigious schools in Delhi, and yet has come here and dedicated herself entirely to service. So Vandana ji ke liye zordar taaliyan, ek Rudraksh mala se unka abhinandan, आशीर्वाद. और उनके परिवार वालों को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, स्पेशली उनके पति देव का. Shivani, please come forward. Our beautiful birdie baby who is growing up and is handling all of the social media and press for the yoga festival, as well as Krupali ji, but I'm not sure if Krupali ji is here. Krupali ji is she here? No. Okay, we'll do some other day. Sohini, the latest addition to the family. Sohini ji is serving at the welcome desk and the help desk, and also will be serving with the Global Interfaith Wash Alliance and Divine Shakti Foundation. A big round of applause again for Sohini ji. Muskan, aap aage aa jaye. Rishi Kanya, she is one of our beautiful Rishi Kanya, serving with decorations and whatever seva that comes forward. Jyoti Bhatt, another one of our beautiful Rishi Kanya. These children have grown up here at the ashram, so big round of applause, but now they are in seva. Maria, all of the beautiful designs and hoardings that you see all around, entirely Maria ji this time around. Maria ji is also helping with the self-help groups, training of the women and the livelihoods. A big round of applause for Maria. Rohan, model turned meditator from Australia. Also the latest permanent addition, hopefully, to the family. So a big round of applause for Rohan. Serving many hats at the ashram and many different service initiatives, he is providing his services. Veerta ji, a visiting sevak, but you call her, even within 24 hours, she manifests here at the ashram. Her heart lives here, even though she is in Surat, but her soul is here. Krupa, aap aage aa jaye. Production mein, she has been serving with the yoga festival for I think 3-4 years now. A big round of applause for Krupa. Himanshu, please come forward, Himanshu. Neeraj Gupta. Neeraj ji is a long time, full-time sevak. Full-time job, but always in seva. Alan on photography. Alan, are you here? Okay, no worries. Kalyani, another one of our beautiful Rishi Kanya, returning back. A wildlife photographer. Anupama ji, I think, अगर दोबारा करना होगा तो देख लेंगे अभी. अनुपमा जी, जोरदार तालियों से अनुपमा जी को. Give a big round of applause to Anupama ji. Beautiful emceeing, and hopefully we'll be coming back home very soon, permanently. Yes, and two in front of us, Namisha and Suraj. Namisha ji is also serving many hats, but helping us with social media and strategy, and IYF social media page, which has grown very much with the beautiful, is Chris here? If Chris is here, okay, so no problem. Suraj, very, very dedicated. But I think there's so many of the boys, Himanshu, Neeraj, Sagar, अब कितने सबको नहीं अभी कर पाएंगे, हाँ? अच्छा, we only have one mala, but everybody. So anybody who is left, we will get to the rest of the sevaks. A big round of applause for all of those who are in seva, those who have not been called, all of the people behind stage who make the live happen. सबके लिए बहुत-बहुत जोरदार तालियों से अभिनंदन. Thank you. The Malkam presentation will happen just after this for 5 minutes, and then there is a group dance at the end. Yes, and then we will close the night. Thank you so much for those who are here with us and for giving so much of your time and your attention to these children.
Malcolm act के लिए music please. Ready? become one. When you are disciplined in action, in thought and intention, this is what we are capable of.
सटकून ताकती राख नव्याने जाग पेटू दे आग मराठी ताकती राख नव्याने जाग पेटू दे आग मराठी
Thank you. Thank you for showing us what discipline can make us achieve and attain. Wow. Fabulous. That continues in the next dance act. It's an Adivasi Panchmahal Timli Nritya, Timli dance. An ode, a tribute to the sons of the soil, the sons of the forests. Because it is the forests and the forest dwellers who still hold the codes of existence within them. Yeah. The dwellers, Maharaji is Pranam Maharaji. Please. We'll continue with the last act. Give this round of applause for Pujya Maharaji. Okay, let's go, Adivasis. The drumbeat of the soil and forest.
मैं तो डुंगरा माटी आऊ हो देवो ना दे मैं तो डुंगरा माटी आवे हो देवो ना दे मारा राज ना रजवाड़ा हो देवो ना दे मारा राज ना रजवाड़ा हो देवो ना दे आमो बदे फरी आइवा हो देवो ना दे आमो बदे फरी आइवा हो देवो ना दे तू तो घोड़ सवारी आवे हो देवो ना दे तू तो घोड़े सवारी आवे हो देवो ना दे मैं तो नारियल बाधा राखी हो देवो ना दे मैं तो नारियल बाधा राखी हो देवो ना दे मैं तो डुंगरा माटी आवी हो देवो ना दे मैं तो डुंगरा माटी आवे हो देवो ना दे मोतीर को मटावाला मुया देवासी अमय माथे पागड़ी वाला मुया देवासी आदि मानव ना वंशज छिए भारत भूमि ना मूल मालिक छिए मोतीर को मटावाला मुया देवासी अमर माथे पागड़ी वाला मुया देवासी
सालो भाई सालो तीर कमठन गाना डोबड़ा हो गेलेला ढोल नगारा एवं दमकार करो कि अपनी संस्कृति ने रक्षा अपना करनी पड़े है भाई सालो आजा 9 अगस्त आदिवासी विश्व दिन उजले भाई हालो हालो जय जय जोहर जय आदिवासी
मोतीबा हो नाराया देवासी हम कुल देवी पूज नाराया देवासी रानी का जनने देवली माडी काका बनिया ने बाबो दे हम तो हट धोगणी पूजनारा हम मोतीर को मटावाला मुया देवासी
हे भारत भूमिना वीरो आपको तो भारतના મૂળ માલિક છીએ તો સાલો સાલો આપણે આપણા હક માટે લડવા તૈયાર થાઓ કે નહીં સાલો સાલો જાગો આદિવાસી જાગો જય જય જોહર જય જય આદિવાસી
हमी साथी लड़नारा मुया देवासी कोई ने दगो ने करनारा मुया देवासी हे बिरसा मुंडा ने तातियों भी राणा पूजा बिलने बिराजे जो गुरु गोविंद ना बाला मुया देवासी हम मोतीर को मटावाला मुया देवासी हम मकीनो रोटलो खावावाला हम मेहनत मजूरी करवावाला हारा तो हरण तो माता भारी अमारो खेल भाई जब्बर भारी हम मोतीर को मठावाला मुया देवासी हमर माथे पागड़ी वाला मुया देवासी
The Nrityavani workshop students, get ready to join them on stage, please. All the students last of the workshop, of the folk dance workshop. Stay ready. We would request all the students of the folk dance workshop to be close to us now. And yeah, just stay ready, they'll call you.
अपन लोग चेंज करो.
नहीं जाएगा मैं देख रहा हूँ वहाँ नहीं चलेगा कोई
Well, how do you graduate from your dance workshop? You dance together. Those who haven't done the workshop can also join us actually here.
छटकी रे मरा माखणनी मटकी हाँ उभो छे पेलो कानूड़ो अटकी छटकी रे मरा माखणनी मटकी उभो छे पेलो कानूड़ो अटकी हे नंदना लाल जी काळो कान जी नंदना लाल जी काळो
stop. We're going on to the Marwari dance. It's going to go on.
Bye.